Most people think tests come with questions. They don't. The most important tests in life arrive without warning, without instructions, and without a single word spoken. They happen in elevators, in meetings, at dinner tables, in job interviews, on first dates, in negotiations. And most people fail them without ever realizing they were being tested. Because the real test isn't what you say, it's how you move, how you pause, how you react when nothing is happening, how you behave when no one is watching closely. Right now, more than ever, people are silently measuring you. Not with surveys, not with interviews, not with feedback forms, but with micro moments. Tiny behavioral signals that decide whether you get trusted, ignored, respected, promoted, or replaced. And the uncomfortable truth is this. By the time someone tells you they've made up their mind about you, they decided a long time ago. Let me show you how it actually works. Imagine you walk into a room, a conference room, a boardroom, a family gathering, a networking event. You take a seat. No one says anything yet, but the test has already started. Someone notices how long you hesitate before sitting. Someone notices whether you take the center seat or the edge. Someone notices if you check your phone. Someone notices if you wait for permission or act like you belong. None of this is written down, but it's being recorded in their mind. Humans evolved to read danger, dominance, and reliability in seconds. Long before language, our survival depended on instantly knowing whether the stranger in front of us was a threat, an ally, or irrelevant. That wiring never left. It just moved into offices, relationships, and social hierarchies. Today, people are constantly running background checks on your character, without telling you, without warning you, without giving you a chance to prepare. This matters now more than ever, because we live in an economy built on perception, where trust moves faster than proof, where attention moves faster than truth, where first impressions quietly lock in long-term outcomes. Studies show most people form a stable opinion of someone within the first 7 seconds of interaction. 7 seconds. Before you finish your first sentence, before your resume matters, before your skills are visible, before your intentions are clear. The brain decides first. Then it looks for evidence to justify the decision. That's not rational, but it's real. And the test isn't whether you're smart. The test is whether you seem safe, capable, confident, and socially calibrated. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. People don't test you when things are going well. They test you when things are neutral. Silence, waiting, small talk, awkward pauses, minor inconveniences. These moments feel meaningless. They're not. They're diagnostic. Take the elevator test. You walk into an elevator with a senior executive, investor, or influential person. It's just 20 seconds. No formal conversation, no agenda, no pitch. But they're watching. Do you panic and overtalk? Do you stare at your phone? Do you try too hard to impress? Do you pretend not to notice them? Do you act relaxed or performative? That tidy interaction tells them more about your self-control than a 1-hour interview. Or the meeting test. You join a meeting that starts 5 minutes late. No one speaks. Who fills the silence? The insecure person rushes to talk. The performer tries to dominate. The anxious person checks their phone. The calm person waits. The leader sets tone. The test isn't about information, it's about presence. Now zoom out. This silent testing system runs everywhere. In dating, people watch how you treat waiters. In business, they watch how you treat assistants. In friendships, they watch how you talk about people who aren't there. In negotiations, they watch how you handle small losses. Because small behavior, predicts big behavior. If you're careless with time, you'll be careless with responsibility. If you overreact to minor pressure, you'll collapse under real pressure. If you disrespect low-status people, you'll abuse power when you get it. So people probe, they nudge, they withhold, they delay, they create friction. Not to be cruel, but to see who you really are. Here's the part most people miss. The tests are designed to feel accidental. A delayed reply, a canceled meeting, a lukewarm response, a subtle disagreement, a boundary. How you respond determines everything. Do you chase? Do you lash out? Do you over-explain? Do you withdraw? Do you stay grounded? That reaction becomes your reputation, and reputations move faster than resumes. In high-trust industries like finance, law, consulting, venture capital, and private equity, decisions are rarely based on spreadsheets alone. They're based on character. People invest in people before they invest in ideas. They hire people before they hire skills. They partner with composure, not credentials. Because when markets crash, deals fall apart, and pressure hits, no one cares how smart you are. They care whether you panic. The irony is that the more powerful the room, the quieter the test. The most influential people rarely interrogate. They observe. They let you reveal yourself. They give you rope, and then they watch whether you hang yourself with it. This is why some people keep getting opportunities that seem undeserved, and others with far more talent keep getting overlooked. It's not about fairness, it's about signal. Let's break down the most common silent tests people run without even realizing they're doing it. First, the patience test. They delay, they make you wait, they don't reply immediately, they move slowly. They want to see if your confidence collapses without validation. If you chase, you signal insecurity. If you pressure, you signal desperation. If you spiral, you signal fragility. But if you remain calm, steady, and unreactive, you signal power. Because people who are in demand don't rush. Next is the boundary test. They say no to something small. They disagree mildly. They push back gently. They want to see if you respect limits. Do you argue? Do you guilt trip? Do you manipulate? Do you sulk? Or do you accept it without drama? How you handle a small no tells them how you'll handle a big one. Then there's the respect test. They watch how you treat people who can't help you. Security guards, waiters, interns, drivers, assistants. If you're dismissive, arrogant, or careless, they know exactly what kind of power you'll become. People who crave status reveal themselves. People who already have it don't need to. Then comes the pressure test. A tight deadline, a minor crisis, a deal complication, a misunderstanding. Do you get emotional? Do you blame others? Do you freeze? Do you become aggressive? Or do you stay composed and solution-oriented? Stress doesn't build character, it reveals it. And finally, the silence test. The most uncomfortable one. They say nothing. They stop responding. They pause the conversation. They let a moment hang. And they watch what you do with the void. Do you fill it with noise? With justification? With anxiety? Or can you sit comfortably inside it? Silence is where most people expose themselves. Because silence forces you to confront your own self-worth. Now here's the paradox. The more you try to pass these tests, the more you fail them. Because the people running them can smell performance. They're not looking for perfection, they're looking for stability. They're not impressed by charm,
They're impressed by consistency. They're not persuaded by confidence, they're persuaded by calm. In a world addicted to noise, composure is rare, and rare is valuable. This is why some people walk into a room and instantly command attention without saying much. They're not trying to be noticed, they're not trying to be liked, they're not trying to prove anything. They behave like they already belong, because they do. Now zoom out to the bigger picture. This silent testing system runs everywhere. In dating, people watch how you treat waiters. In business, they watch how you treat assistants. In friendships, they watch how you talk about people who aren't there. In negotiations, they watch how you handle small losses. Because small behavior